Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 ACI Virtual Benefit Reception. My name is Rob Johnson. You may remember me most from my days as a Chicago television anchor. I'm now a communications consultant with Rob Johnson Communications, and I am a proud ACI board member. Now, whether you're joining us mask-free from the safety of your home like I'm doing, or you're socially distant in a public area, we welcome you to an evening dedicated to the scholarship and artistry of select students from some of ACI's member colleges and universities. But first, we're going to hear from the board chair of Associated Colleges of Illinois, Lynn Bullman. Lynn?
Thanks, Rob. My name's Lynn Bullman, and I chair ACI's Board of Trustees. I have a question for you. If you could help a student in need, would you do it? I'm sure you would. If you're watching this, I suspect you care about education and you want to do your part. But I imagine you also want to know that your contribution is going to be used for things that really help, right? So let me tell you a bit about the excellent work that ACI does and show why your contribution is so critical for those we support. Do you know that ACI is an organisation of 26 colleges and universities throughout Illinois, representing more than 70,000 students? ACI supports these member institutions in two ways. Firstly, by advancing independent liberal arts and sciences education. And secondly, and perhaps more importantly right now, by helping underserved students succeed in college, in career and life. Even if you already knew what ACI does, do you know that ACI member institutions are worth $3.75 billion to Illinois' economy every year? And what about the fact that nearly 60% of education graduates and 2/3 of nurses in Illinois come from ACI member schools? Even if you don't work in education or healthcare, you may well work or have worked with many ACI alums. More than 24,000 of them are employed by the 148 largest companies in Illinois. Together, they're making an important contribution to the diversity and development of our state. For many of us, our families were able to provide financial, practical, and emotional support for us as students. But for many first-generation and low-income students, earning a college degree and achieving career success is a huge challenge. Financial aid hasn't kept pace with rising college tuition costs. In addition, these students often need extra support to develop the skills they need to negotiate college and to get their first post-graduation jobs. ACI helps by running a number of programs that address two key areas. Firstly, improving graduation rates, particularly for those low-income, minority and first-generation students. And secondly, by providing financial aid to make private higher education more affordable to an increasingly diverse student population. Let me tell you a little bit more about both of those. According to the Council of Independent Colleges, 59% of graduates of smaller private institutions like our members finish their degrees within 4 years. That 59% compares to just 38% at regional public universities. ACI contributes to those higher graduation rates by running a number of programs for students. For example, we organise career development conferences, as well as what we call boot camps that teach work and life skills. We also have two types of mentoring program. One offers minority, low-income and first-generation freshmen support from peers who have similar backgrounds. These mentors help them navigate the critical first year of college and help ensure that they stay in school. The other mentoring program connects students with business people who offer them a sounding board and a wealth of experience. Other ways in which we help students to succeed include seeking and posting jobs, traditional and micro internships, as well as holding career fairs. In terms of helping to make college more affordable, ACI offers scholarships and emergency financial aid for students facing unexpected hardships. Many of our member institutions are proud of the generous financial aid that they offer to students in need. ACI is part of that support system, and we have provided more than $70 million in scholarships over our 69-year history. Our resources help to keep first-generation and low-income students in college when financial hardship threatens to cause them to drop out. Every year, more than 350 students benefit from ACI support, and we'd love the resources to make that number even higher. I'll leave you with one final thought. As you hear from others about what we've achieved, please remember these young people are the future citizens and employees that we in Illinois need for our state to thrive. Investing in ACI provides value to our schools, to our students, and to our state, and the needs have never been greater. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Lynn. The impact that the Associated Colleges of Illinois is making in the state is phenomenal, and the support from benefactors like you goes a long way. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to what some notable Illinoisans had to say about ACI, and you may notice some familiar faces. Take a look.
Hi, everybody. I'm John Atkinson, Executive Vice President and Managing Director of Willis Towers Watson and Chair of the Illinois Board of Higher Education. As a proud alum of Benedictine University, I learned firsthand the value of a liberal arts degree. I admire the work that ACI is doing in the state and encourage you to support this organization's efforts. Together, we can create more opportunities to help low-income, first-generation, and underserved students succeed in college, career, and life. In fact, the Illinois Board of Higher Education is currently engaged in our strategic planning process for higher ed in our state. We are doing this planning within the context of a global pandemic that will continue to reshape the educational experience, and during a time where our national conscience has finally driven focus on the fact that racial injustice can no longer be ignored. In addition, changes in the way we work are accelerating, and we see innovative disruptors to the traditional post-secondary education growing, all while we face an affordability crisis in higher ed that disproportionately impacts students of color and rural students in Illinois. But we have a vision for our strategic plan that drives towards an Illinois that has an equitable, accessible, innovative, nimble, and aligned higher education ecosystem that ensures individuals, families, and communities across the state thrive. We are laser focused on equity so that every student in this state has the same opportunity of completing a degree or credential necessary for a good life. We look forward to collaborating with all of our institutional partners, including members of ACI. My experience, starting out at College of DuPage and then completing my degree at Benedictine University, then called Illinois Benedictine College, transformed my life into opportunities I never dreamed of. We need to grow the dreams and successes for all of our students. Thank you for the work that you do.
Hi, I'm Illinois State Treasurer Michael Frericks. I'm the state's Chief Investment and Banking Officer. In that role, we actively manage approximately $37 billion, which includes $15 billion in retirement and college savings plans. College savings is very important to me. I was the first in my family to attend a university, and that experience changed my life, as did the student loans I had to repay. I know firsthand the financial challenges college students are facing. Through our Bright Start and Bright Directions 529 college savings programs, we've helped hundreds of thousands of Illinois families save more than $15 billion towards future college expenses. Although we work every day to help families save for college and reduce future student debt, we also know college is expensive, and many families cannot afford to save for the entire cost of college education. Now more than ever, college students are faced with the financial challenges that threaten graduation rates. That's why Associated Colleges of Illinois should be commended for their dedication to help fulfill these gaps to make college attainable. The work that ACI is doing across the state is critical. It helps fill these gaps with funding and programmatic efforts. Join me in supporting Associated Colleges of Illinois here at their 2021 virtual benefit reception. Let's all contribute in helping to advance liberal arts education in Illinois.
Hi, my name is Vince Williams, and I'm the president and CEO of the Chicago Minority Supplier Development Council, and also a member of the ACI Board of Trustees. I support ACI because of the great work that they do to ensure that low to moderate income students and many times first-generation college students have a chance at achieving a college degree. A great experience that's filled with exposure to support networks, mentors, advocacy, and career opportunities. Opportunities that help to change the lives of all that these students encounter because of ACI's initiatives. Last year, ACI awarded scholarships to more than 300 students in Illinois and continues to strengthen retention and graduation rates for students of color and others who are most vulnerable to becoming a dropout. These efforts would not be made possible without the generosity of donors like you. Tonight, join me in supporting ACI's efforts by making a donation. Text ACI to 44321 and select the amount you'd like to contribute. Every dollar funds a program that helps a student through college. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Senator Don Harmon, the 39th President of the Illinois Senate. As an alumnus of Knox College, one of ACI's members, I support the Associated Colleges of Illinois and the work they're doing to help fill financial gaps for at-risk college students through scholarships and emergency financial aid. I also recognize the impact ACI is making in the state by preparing students for life after college through their College to Career initiative. Let's continue the ACI mission of advancing liberal arts and science education and build a stronger Illinois by helping underserved students succeed in college, career, and life.
Well, what an esteemed group that was. Thank you so much. As you know, we're here tonight to raise money for ACI. And don't forget, you can make a 100% tax-deductible donation to Associated Colleges of Illinois by texting the number at the bottom of this screen or by going to acifund.org and clicking the donation button. Now, we're going to switch gears a little bit here and check in with Deshaun Moore from Rockford University, who will tell us about his experience as an ACI peer mentor and how the scholarship support he received from this program helped relieve some of the financial strain of attending college. Deshaun?
Thanks, Rob. Hello, everyone. My name is Deshaun Moore. I'm a junior at Rockford University. I'm majoring in exercise science. I am a member of the ACI peer mentoring program here at Rockford, as well as the football team. And personally, I believe that 100% I would not be here today without the peer mentoring program. I joined at the start of my freshman year as a mentee, and this program helped me navigate through some really hard times. Going into my first finals week, I still had no idea how I was going to afford to finish my first year. I had given up completely because I had been searching for a solution all semester and came up with nothing. Finally, I came to my campus coordinator, Dr. Walker, and told her about my problems, and she helped me find the resources I needed to return the fall. We sat in her office for hours looking at scholarships and grants until I was certain that I would be able to return. This is just one example of many on why this program has helped sustain me and keep me going throughout my college experience. I've gone through some very hard times, mentally, physically, and emotionally, but my mentors were always there to check up on me and ask me how I was doing. Like, no matter what, they always had my back and encouraged me to keep going. This is part of the reason why I wanted to become a mentor as well. Like, they helped me through a very dark place. So I feel like I have to do the same for others. Like, I wanted to make sure that they have the strength to keep going and graduate on time, because I received the help. I feel like I need to pay it forward. The scholarship that I received through ACI's peer mentoring program has allowed me to focus on my academics while remaining a part of the football program. Even though I still work, the scholarship relieved some of the financial strain on me and my family. Being the fourth child out of 5, my family doesn't have a lot of money to go around, so I paid for my own college tuition. I've been tasked with filling in those gaps on my own and finding my own way through this. And this scholarship has lightened the load for me as well as my family. I believe that this program is extremely important because it's so easy to get swallowed up in the college experience. Like, it's so easy to sleep in and skip class, to hang out with your friends instead of going to do homework, to play an extra round of Call of Duty or whatever game you play instead of going to sleep like you should. Like, I believe that it's important for mentors to not only assist with daily things, but also in the grand scheme of becoming an adult. Many times, incoming freshmen have never had to fend for themselves and are culture shocked by how independent you have to be in college. When students are leaving their families and coming across the country just to attend school here, it's so comforting to know that there's someone that actually has your back and will check up on you whenever. The support given by the mentors on this campus is irreplaceable. And I speak for not only myself, but many other people on campus in saying that if it weren't for this program, I wouldn't be here today. For this reason, I ask that you donate to the Associated Colleges of Illinois. Your charitable contributions help fund the program that make such a huge impact on the trajectory of ACI students. And without your support, students who benefit from this program will likely have to struggle through college without the help that they need and graduate with enormous amounts of student loan debt, which will eventually burden them going into adulthood, or even worse, it could make them drop out. So for me, I wouldn't have made it to the Dean's List 3 semesters in a row. I would not be 3/4 of the way to graduating. I would not be looking into grad school and preparing for the next step into adulthood. I would be probably playing video games in my mom's basement, working a dead-end job if it weren't for this program. Like, the entire point of this program is to help men of color graduate. And I think that is going above and beyond in serving that purpose. So please, text the number at the bottom of the screen to help donate, or go to acifund.org and click the green Give button. Here is your opportunity to make a real difference.
Deshaun, thanks so much. As many of you know, Eureka College is one of ACI's members with historic value in abundance. This landmark institution is where Ronald Reagan received his bachelor's degree well before he became the famous actor, then the governor of California, then the 40th president of the United States. Today, this college still boasts bright student trailblazers like Chloe Overstreet, a senior political science major who recently became the first ever ACI student trustee. Chloe?
As a junior at Eureka College, I can wholeheartedly say that I could not have made a better decision on where I decided to pursue my degree. Being a first-generation student when entering, I was concerned that I would not have the support I needed to make the most of the opportunity that is going to college. However, immediately upon coming in contact with Eureka, it was clear that support would not be an issue. From my admissions counselors to professors at orientation and staff, it was clear that every single person at Eureka cares about the students and wants to see them succeed. As I have progressed through Eureka, this still remains true. I have been able to make real relationships with mentors who help me to use every opportunity that Eureka has to offer to make the goals that I am pursuing a reality. Eureka's focus on producing students who are well-rounded, servant leaders creates a culture in which the standard is excellence. Therefore, those who have supported me have pushed me to be better and to do more than I ever thought I would be able to in college. When I was a freshman, I was introduced to ACI as a peer mentee. The program offered additional support, both emotionally and financially, that allowed me to better use the opportunities that I had been given. By getting to be a part of the program, I quickly realized how blessed I was to be able to attend the programming and use the opportunities that ACI provides for its students. Following my freshman year, I became a peer mentor to incoming freshmen, which allowed me to give back to those students as those who had given so much to me. It was while in this role and attending a conference, I was informed that ACI was seeking a student for their board. After hearing about the student board position, I immediately was interested but worried I would not have the expertise it took to be on a trustee board. One of my mentors encouraged me to reach out to ACI and learn a little more about the position. It was through this that it was clear that this was another opportunity that ACI was providing to fine-tune the skills I was already learning in college. It was an opportunity to network and learn through others on the board. Most importantly, it provided an opportunity to help serve the students that ACI helps. Having been a part of several ACI programs myself, I knew how important the work ACI does is to these students. It has allowed me to use my experience to help other students that may come from a similar background as I do. I believe that this opportunity has allowed me to bring a voice to the board of someone who is currently in the same position as many of the students ACI aims to serve. This has helped bring greater meaning to my undergraduate experience and has provided the opportunity to give back to ACI to further help students who need the help ACI is provided. Both Eureka College and ACI have provided endless opportunities for me to be prepared to move into the world in a way I never thought was possible when I had started college. Thank you all.
Thanks for sharing your journey with us, Chloe, and for helping create a space for more ACI student trustees in the future. While there is no shortage of students filled with academic promise at ACI member institutions, some of these students are also endowed with artistic talent, as you heard and saw in the waiting room prior to our program. One student from Illinois College will not only share her scholarship testimonial, but also her vocal abilities by serenading us with a song. Let's listen to Abby Garrett.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abby Garrett. I'm currently a junior at Illinois College, working towards a major in music performance and a double minor in history and interfaith studies. This academic year, I was very fortunate to receive the ACI General Scholarship. As a first-generation college student and someone who is paying my own way through school, I understand that any amount, no matter how big or how small, is something to be thankful for. This has been especially true during the COVID-19 pandemic. Trying to balance hybrid learning, virtual meetings, and an inconsistent work schedule has been difficult. However, knowing that there are people out there who are willing to donate and support students just like me reminds me that my education is important and valued. I would like to thank everyone in attendance tonight for their support to this wonderful organization. The work you do and the support you give matters so much, not only to myself, but to other students out there as well. Your generosity encourages us to continue towards a path of higher education and a better future for ourselves. The piece I will be performing for you tonight is entitled Clouds by Ernest Charles. I would also like to take the time to introduce my collaborative pianist, Terry Benz, who is a voice instructor, director of the Women's Chorale, and amazing pianist here at Illinois College. Again, I would like to thank you all for attending tonight, and I hope you enjoy.
Thank you, Abby. That was absolutely spectacular. And I'm sure this isn't the last time we're going to be hearing the name Abby Garrett. What a beautiful, voice. Well, we've come to the end of our program. The ACI virtual benefit reception wouldn't be possible without the generosity of our sponsors and supporters like you. We welcome your charitable contributions tonight and hereafter. Your support will help with retention rates for students like Deshawn and the ACI Peer Mentoring Program, provide scholarship funding for students like Abby, and help prepare other ACI students for life after college through the Career Development Initiative. And while your financial generosity is critical, you can see the text to support number below once again. I challenge you to support ACI in other ways, like becoming a corporate partner, joining the board, sharing our initiatives with your network, and following us on our social media platforms. Thank you so much for tuning into the 2021 ACI Virtual Benefit Reception. I'm Rob Johnson, proud ACI board member. Together, we can build a stronger Illinois through liberal arts and sciences education. Have a great night.